everyone. Welcome back to the Hollywood Actors Guide to the film and television industry. Let's get started. This is your host, Jennifer Lynn Warren. Acting. Be really grateful that you are not successful yet. What? That's crazy. It's the craziest thing you've ever heard on a podcast. Be grateful that you are not successful in your acting career yet. Why? Because you still get to figure out how to be an actor and develop your skills without anybody really criticizing you. Think about all the criticism A-listers get if they attempt a genre or they do a film that people hate. I mean, that you can have your career ended sometimes if you take on a performance or production or script that the public at large just decides is absolutely awful and then say bye-bye to your career. Whereas if you aren't anybody, you can take an experimental theater job. You can be a really good dramatic actor and then go into a sitcom class and fall on your face because that's a completely different skill set and nobody cares. And so whatever it is that you're good at, look at all the things that you may not have the training in and take that training now. Do it before you start to become successful, because once you start to get that success, that pressure is going to be there to be good all of the time, because nobody cares right now if you fail. Not even casting directors. Casting actually knows that there's a season to actors. They know that sometimes an actor will come on the scene, they'll see them, they're not quite right yet, so they stop calling them in for a while. But then they see them a couple years later, and I know years sounds like a long time, but maybe they have a different agent, they've got new headshots, they've got more training. They will bring you back in. They absolutely will, because they understand that this is a process and not everybody's going to be great out of the gate. You got to go somewhere. Failing Forward is a great book to read if you don't believe me, but go out there and just fail at your craft. And I even think that is true of your self-tapes. You know, do the take that, this is how I do mine. So here I'm sharing a big secret with you. Do the take you think they want. Then do a take that is the take that if you want to pay me for this role, this is actually how I want to play it. Not how you want me to play it, how I want to play it. And then the third take is like completely opposite. It's like, if it's a dramatic scene, I'll play the comedy full on. If it's a comedic scene, I'll play the drama full. Like, I just showed them something completely different, and it doesn't matter if it's right or not, because they have that first take where I've already given them what I think they think that they want, right? And the rest I'm showing them range. And so take that into your self-tape. See if you can play with it in a different genre or a different tone, and see if you can discover things out of that. All right, let's get down to the business part of our podcast. We're going to do acting, business, then survival. It's nice, after 100 episodes to finally come out with a format. Like I said in the first part of this, failing forward. I don't think any of my podcasts were failures, but they certainly were learning exercises into figuring out how I want this to go. So the business, let's get down to business. Headshots. So I found out something. So some of you know I am in the process of trying to direct a movie and secure financing, and we've started the casting process. And so the casting director put together his selections, and then he emailed me his selections through Breakdown Services, which is part of Actors Access. Now, during this process, my agent saw, she knows I'm directing this film, so she thought it would be funny to submit me for the role, one of the roles of the characters. And then the casting director thought it was funny that my agent submitted me, so he picked me as one of the selects. And so he sent me, even though I had not uploaded an audition, because obviously I turned it down, right? Even though I had not sent in the audition, he still put me kind of in the category. I think they just thought it was amusing. But what was absolutely wonderful about that is I got to see what my headshots and everything look like to the director. Not to the casting director necessarily, but maybe to the casting director, but what looks like to the director. And here's something crazy I found out, guys. I got so mad when I found this out. There's a lot of things I got mad about, but I'll spread it out over the next couple weeks. You know how when you upload a photo and it gives you the opportunity to crop it, and then on your Actors Access, it stays cropped? Well, let me tell you, it does not stay cropped when the director sees it. It shows your photo uncropped, especially like even if it crops it a little because it's like a bigger photo. If they click on that photo, they get to see everything, even the part that you had cropped out. So before uploading your photo to Actors Access, you have to crop it the way you want people to see it, because as it moves along down the line, apparently, I don't know. We pay so much money, and for us not to know this, because some of my photos, like I have like weird poses or I'm holding my shirt a certain way so it looks good in the shot, and I just cropped it in Actors Access, and you can see it. So I had to go through and I actually had to hide a lot of my pictures because I don't want anybody to see that, and so I'm going to have to pay to re-upload all of them. So that's your business tip of the week. And finally, let's talk survival. Now, I know it's a big thing in this industry to look young. I was trying to help a friend of mine book the leading role in my film, actually. And, you know, he is the right age, but because he takes such good care of himself, he just doesn't look like it on screen. And so he just doesn't look right with the rest of our actors. And you just wouldn't buy him in the role. And you wouldn't buy him in his career at that moment. And so, unfortunately, it's looking like it's, you know, not in the cards for him. You know, it's kind of good news, bad news. Bad news, you didn't get the role. Good news, you look really young. And something that I do, because I often get complimented on how young I am and how my skin glows. And one of the things I use is collagen peptides. And what collagen peptides are, and I started using them, it was in my 20s, I started taking collagen supplements. So I've been taking them for a very, very long time. But recently I've been taking collagen peptides through Bulletproof. That's the Bulletproof that I use. I do it because it's like grass-fed and grass-finished, the products that they use, and I'm very conscious of that kind of thing for myself. There are cheaper things than Bulletproof out there you can use, because collagen it's a protein. It's responsible for your joints and the elasticity of your skin and how stretchy your skin is. And collagen is responsible for if your skin stretches, whether it'll go back to wrinkles or if it will go back to, being, young and beautiful looking. It's like 3/4 of your skin and 1/3 of the protein of your body is made up of this stuff. But as you get older, it gets harder for your body to produce more, which is why older people start to wrinkle and they start to look more aged. And so if this is something that you are concerned about in your acting career, if you'd like to keep as young a vision as possible, I really recommend collagen supplements. There are vegan collagen supplements out there. I don't know how well they work, but because I use the non-vegan kind, but they are great. They're so good for making your bones stronger, for your skin elasticity. It makes your hair thicker. If you have brittle nails, that is a really good indication that you don't have enough collagen in your body. Once I started taking the Bulletproof, which is like the best I've found, which is why I take it, like my nails they're so hard to even trim now. Like, I used to only have short nails. I couldn't figure out how women had long nails, and now like they just won't stop growing and I have to cut them like twice a week. And so it's just my little survival tip for the industry. So your survival tip is collagen protein. As always, we'd like to thank our sponsor for this episode, weaudition.com. That's weaudition.com. I got to meet some of the MVPs in Los Angeles this weekend. We went out to dinner. Darren, who founded the company, came out. He treated us all to dinner at a very, very nice restaurant. By the way, all the drinks and food were on him. It was lovely meeting other actors that, take this craft very seriously, and I've expanded my base, and it just makes me love the company even more because they take care of the people that help take care of the company and gives the company such a good name. So that's weaudition.com, promo code HAG25. If you haven't used it, it's a place where you can go to get a reader for your scenes for any audition. You can get a coach for your scenes, or you can be a reader or be a coach. And with promo code HAG25, it's only $7.50 a month. And that will be for life. That'll be for life. So imagine for less than $10, always having a reader available to read for you for your auditions. It's absolutely incredible. And that's it. That's all I got for you guys this week. Take care of those headshots on Actors Access. Remember that acting is a discipline that you need to accept this responsibility for, becoming better. So keep failing forward and get that collagen protein into your body if you want to keep that young and youthful skin. Break a leg out there, and remember, you are not alone.